Sheikh Uthman thinks he has it all figured out. Watch as a Muslim viewer asks about Jesus' deity on this livestream. Godlogic didn't just answer, he obliterated the argument. Sit back and watch as Godlogic drops truth bombs and leaves no room for debate as he takes apart Sheikh Uthman's favorite argument on the deity of Christ. Enjoy.
Can I ask you a question about Christianity?
Sure.
I saw a lot of videos about Muslims and Christians debate, and I saw Sheikh Uthman say, ask a Christian, if you believe that Jesus is God, and in Mark it says that Jesus did not know the hour. So how does God do not know the hour? That's my question.
And what did you see the Christian response?
They didn't know how to respond.
They didn't know how to respond?
No, they did not.
Oh.
And I have never seen like a Christian respond to this and convince me.
Have you looked up Christian responses to this?
No.
So what do you mean you haven't seen a Christian response? You haven't seen a Christian response that convinced you when you haven't looked up a Christian response?
Because I love Christianity and I think it is true. I love how Jesus teaches and I love like it's peaceful. But this is the only thing that I'm stuck. Like I don't know. Just like this. This is the only thing. Like how Jesus is God and he did not know the hour. This is the only question I have got. And that's it.
Okay. So it's actually quite simple. The word know there in the Greek is oide or oiden. Okay. Which also means to tell something or to make known, to declare. So you see an example of this in 1 Corinthians chapter 2 with Paul. Paul uses the same word and he comes to the Corinthians. He says, when I came to you, I decided to know nothing except Jesus and him crucified. Same word. Now, when Paul says that, when I came to you, I decided to know nothing except Jesus Christ and him crucified. Does that mean that Paul literally didn't know anything?
No.
So then what does this mean then? It means that when he came to them, when he says, I decided to know nothing except Jesus Christ and him crucified, he's saying, when I came to you, I only declared Jesus Christ and him crucified to you. I didn't talk about nothing else. I didn't tell you anything else except Jesus Christ and him crucified. That's what I made known to you. Right? So similarly, Jesus is not saying that he doesn't have cognitive knowledge of the hour, but it's not for him to make it known to them. It's not for anyone to make it known. It's not for the human beings, man, or angels or the Son to declare the hour, to make it known. That is for the Father alone. Now, why is that? The reason is Jesus compares his coming, because he's talking about his coming to a Jewish wedding. You see it all the time in his parables. He compares his coming to a Jewish wedding all the time, right? The wedding feast this, and the wedding this, and the wedding of the night this, right? Well, according to the Jewish wedding, it's the father that makes known the wedding day, not the bride or the groom. So the bride and the groom, they know their own wedding day, right? But it's the father who makes it known. He's the one who declares it. So similarly, Jesus is not the one who makes known his coming or the hour, the wedding day. It's the Father. Now, whenever the Father does make it known, he does it through the Son. That's the point. Okay. So the Bible is clear. In John 16:30, it says Jesus knows all things. John 16, verse 30, he said, the disciple said, now we know you know all things, right? And you don't need anyone to question you. Did Jesus say, wait, no, stop, guys. I don't know all things. Remember, I don't know the hour. Remember, I told you that? No. He says, do you now believe? He says, you just now believe this? So Jesus knows the hour. It's just that it's not his prerogative to make it known, to declare it. That's how the word know is being used there. Okay. Now the reason why, remember, now humans, it's not for them to know the day and hour. Jesus says this, like they asked him again in Acts chapter 1. In Acts chapter 1, they asked him the same question when he appeared to them again, right? After his resurrection. They said, Lord, is now the time where you're going to restore Israel? Is now when you're going to do it and bring all things, And he says, it's not for you to know the times or the seasons that the Father fixed by his authority. It's not for you to know this. Now here he uses a different word for know. It's different. It's not the one for declaration. It's the one of cognitive knowledge. So he says it's not for you to know. He doesn't say, remember I told you guys, I don't know. We don't know. No one knows. He says it's not for you to know. Okay. So if you want to see this explanation, again, like if you want to rewatch it, I'm live on my YouTube channel on Godlogic Apologetics. You can rewatch this, me answer this. I also answered this with Sheikh Uthman. I had a conversation with him, and I gave him this response when he asked about the hour. So I hope this helped, bro.
That's it. Thank you so much.
Of course. Take care of yourself, okay?
Goodbye.